Hello everyone, how's it going? I'm WoWCrendor and welcome back to another episode of Pointless Top 10, a show where we make top 10 lists out of pointless things. Why are we flying not in World of Warcraft? This is Final Fantasy. Oh well, inside pointless things are treasure. Let's begin. Number 10 on the list is Sullen, and I picked Sullen because it actually reminded me a lot of Crystal Song Forest in WoW, and I always thought that was kind of a, not majestic, but a very serene type of atmosphere. And I feel like this is a very unique fishing spot, right? You can fish off the docks on the side over here. You can fish off the boat. If you want to climb into the boat, you can go over that big grassy hill thing over there if you want to fish off that. And look at that. It seems like a bunch of people have already been fishing here, proving how good of a fishing spot this is. They're hanging up all their fish to dry or what? Why do people hang up fish like that? Is it so they dry out and then you cook them? Or is it... I feel like I should know this as somebody who's really into fishing, right? I'm going to look it up. That's number 10. Number 9 is evershade, but more importantly, apparently people hang fish on a rack because it removes moisture from fish as a preservation method which has existed for thousands of years. It was especially important with the growth of commercial fishing in the 15th and 16th centuries. Fishermen needed a way to keep their fish from spoiling during transportation to different ports. And salting drying their catch worked perfectly. So there you go. That's why people do it. Pretty neat. Also, this is evershade. I picked it because it's very green. It's very vibrant. It looks cool when the sun's out. It looks cool in the fog. It looks cool pretty much at all points of the day and night. I think it looks great. I think this is a great fishing spot. And look at this guy. He loves it so much, he's just dancing. He's just dancing around. I guess he's not dancing. He's dancing how I would dance, which is just slowly skittering around in water. This is number 9. So we're breaking the rules a little bit here. We're doing 8.5. I actually have 2 bonus zones, so it's actually a pointless top 12. But that's besides the point. All right, this is a pretty cool one. This is in the caves. Well, the mines. And there's a bunch of bats flying around. You got this little water pool with all the dripping water going like bloop, bloop, bloop. And it just looks really neat. It made me curious, do bats catch fish? And they actually do. I looked it up. Bats use their feet to catch fish in much the same way as they would snatch insects resting on the water surface. If the fish is really small, the bat can simply eat it on the wing as they would an insect, but more typically they have to carry it somewhere and eat it while perching, which is actually pretty insane. I didn't realize bats catch fish, you know? I guess it's only specific bats. Either way, bats are fishermen. You learned it here first. And that's number 8.5. This video is just becoming a National Geographic series where I teach you about how to dry fish and how bats eat fish. As long as it's related to fish, we're good. Either way, Dimwald is number 8. This is a place that you could go to if you like it being, you know, a little more grim? A little more grim? Or gloomy? I combined gloomy and grim into glim. Is glim a word? A candle or lantern. Oh, you know what? That kind of fits. That kind of fits the whole theme. Okay, so, yeah, this is Dimwald. I thought it said Dim World at first as well, because I was like, oh, this is Dim World, but I guess it could be Dim World. But, you know, if you fish here, you got to deal with that guy running around screaming. But you know, everywhere is gonna have something, right? So you just gotta make do. Give him his own little spot to chill out in. Don't go near him. Don't make eye contact, and you'll be pretty good. But overall, this is a nice spot. You know, you got little bits of fog everywhere, a little cloudy, and you got like some nice docks you can fish off of, and there are like some fireflies there you can see. You know, you got the really tall trees and everything. So overall, I think this is a really nice spot. You know, it's not as bright and happy as the others, but some people, they don't want that. And when you think about it like that, Dimwald's just kind of like England, you know? So if you like England, you'll love this place. Number 7 is Dragon Spit. That's right, this place is called Dragon Spit. I don't know if it's because a dragon spit down here before. I don't know if this is just a dragon place and there's like these geysers or whatever and there's water coming out, so it looks like, you know, the spit's coming out from the dragon's mountain. I really don't know. I think it's a cool place. And you know, it gives me winter spring vibes in World of Warcraft, but a little more sunny. You know, winter spring in WoW is a little more purple and ominous. I think there's a little more, you know, it's a little more like your standard winter up in the mountains. You got the nice hot springs, or I mean, it could be dragon spit. It could be the saliva of dragons in a pool, but maybe that creates some cool fish in there. We don't know. Well, at least you don't know unless you go fishing there. So, you know, hop on over there and try to catch some fish. That's number 7. Number 6.5 is Earth's Gift, which when I heard that, I was like, wait, Earth's Gift? Is this like a play on words? Like Earth? Like Earth's Gift? But then I figure Earth is just like a Final Fantasy god or something. I don't know. I really don't know anything about Final Fantasy lore. But what I do know is that this is a pretty cool place to fish. You got the crystals lighting it all up. You got the little fairy firefly things flying around. And, you know, I feel like this is a nice relaxing place to fish. And I wasn't actually going to include it. I was like, it's a little dull. But I was like, you know what? No, it's not dull. It's got some nice crystals. And you got a little waterfall action there. This is a good 6.5. So that's why I put it at 6.5. Number 6 is Camp Tranquil. And I picked Camp Tranquil because, I mean, you know, why wouldn't you go fish at a Camp Tranquil? It's like peaceful, right? That's a tranquil. Hold on. Tranquil. Free from disturbance and calm. Yeah, look, there you go. So, I mean, why wouldn't you go to a place that's free from disturbance and calm if you want to get some fishing done, right? This is kind of like, it's got a swamp atmosphere, but it's not too swampy. You know what I mean? It's like an upgraded swamp. This is like where Shrek would go if he wanted to retire and move to a new swamp, right? And there's all these turtles around, and they got these weird, like, mushroom stalk things growing on their back. I'm not actually sure. And moss. I like the turtle guys, though. They're having fun. And then you got these glowing flowers. They're kind of like nature's lamps or nature's lights. They light up the area. And it's pretty relaxing in the rain as well. You got the lightning going on. I think it's just a great place to fish, chill out. Oh God, what are those? What are those? This is not. They're not fitting the tranquil theme. That's still number 6. Number 5 is Grim and Aneed, which I think is how you say it. And it kind of sounds like a law firm, Grim and Aneed. But it's not. It's a fishing spot. Well, it's a zone, but it seems like a pretty cool fishing spot. It reminds me of the Wild West in a way. It gives like that kind of southwestern America style vibes with, I feel like there's just got to be some tumbleweeds blowing through here, but it's still got some lush plants, and there's like little purple and green plants and orange. And it's got the kind of really tall stick trees. And you got all the mountains all around, and it's got a little like Wild West town right there. You can kind of see, and it seems very relaxing. I like this spot a lot, and it feels like a very unique spot to me in comparison to a lot of the other zones. Because you know, you get your forests, you get your winter places, your deserts, and all that. But this is just I don't know. It feels different. And you got this guy mining for some reason. I don't know. He's just mining. But it's, I mean, he's not going to be mining for no reason. He's probably mining for something. You got this big grasshopper bug man. I mean, he doesn't seem too hostile. He seems kind of friendly. You know, he's probably just trying to fish too, because this is such a good spot. And so that's why it's number 5. I almost said 6. It's number 5. Number 4 is hawkcall. That's right. It is hawkcall, and it is, well, I guess it's hawkcall. I don't know if it's the correct pronunciation to say hawkcall or hawkcall. I guess because there's a space between the two, it would be hawkcall. It doesn't matter. It's a really nice zone. It's like the Great Plains. It kind of reminds me of a Halo map. You know, the like Blood Gulch or like one of those. It gives me Halo map vibes, and I really like that. So it's one of the reasons I really like this zone as a top 5 zone, being number 4. And I just look at that, a chocobo flying through the air. There's a bunch of rocks all over. There's some really cool statuesque rocks. There's bridges, there's, you know, just pristine streams. Like, look at that stream, dude. That is, you can see right through it. If I was going to drink water from a stream in nature, that would be it. That's the river or stream I would pick. It's like super clear. I guess if I wanted to go fishing, that's another place I'd pick, because it's probably going to have some really healthy fish in there. You know, no high amounts of mercury or whatever. I mean, do they have mercury in in Final Fantasy? Like, is that a thing? Like, oh, yeah, there's too much mercury in the fish, or is like there no such thing as mercury? Or maybe they have their own weird stuff going on. I don't know. Either way, this dude's trying to catch spearfish, or fish with a spear. I don't know. Either way, they can't do it the same way I can't talk. So let's just move on. Number 3 is the Burning Wall. Now, when I heard the Burning Wall, I was like, oh, this is going to be like some crazy fireplace. This is not going to be a good fishing spot. And then I saw it's just like a bunch of crystals. And some look like plant crystals. Some are just big spike crystals. And then there's some cool plants and this giant waterfall. It is not what I expected when I heard the Burning Wall. But you know what? I love this place. This is an awesome fishing spot. Just, you know, the beauty of the sun shining against the crystals. The way they're just growing everywhere. There's so many good fishing spots because there's all the mountains and different places you can stand on. I think it's just fantastic. I mean, even there's like some bluish crystal tree. I don't even know if they're crystals or not, but they look like crystals. So I'm just like, it's probably crystals. And then I guess that could be the Burning Wall, like the big spikes. It reminds me a lot of Blade's Edge in World of Warcraft. I have a lot of WoW references, hence why, you know, the vast majority of my previous Pointless Top 10s are WoW. So I'm going to make some WoW references, but, I mean, overall, I love this place. I think it's fantastic, and that's why I got it at number 3. Number 2 is the Middle Hathoeva River, and I picked this one for very obvious reasons. The frogmen. You can see these big frog lizard creatures. I mean, the actual area is very nice, too. There's like this big tree you're fishing under with a bunch of little trees all around. The water is crisp and fresh. There's some rocks with some moss. Like, it's just a very relaxing spot. And then you get to fish with all these big frog lizard creatures. I don't even know what they are, but they're definitely one of my favorite Final Fantasy creatures I've seen in the entire game. And I hope they have a pet or a mount for these guys, because I have no idea. If they do, as somebody who has no idea about a lot of Final Fantasy stuff. But one thing I do know is that I want to fish with them, and that's why this is number 2. And number 1 is the exploratory icehole. This is a spot that is literally made for fishing. It is a chair. It is a hole in the ice. You take your fishing pole, you drop your line in, and boom. How is this not the best spot in Final Fantasy for fishing? It is a spot that is literally made for fishing. You got the camp over there. Everyone's just like, hey, why aren't you fishing? You should be sitting down and doing some ice fishing at the hole, right? There is no reason why anybody in the game should not at least fish at this spot once. You know, you got to give it a try. Sit in the chair, cast your line, see what you catch, you know? But either way, that's it for this Final Fantasy Pointless Top 10. I hope you enjoyed it. It's my first ever non-World of Warcraft Pointless Top 10. So if you did, like, comment, subscribe, all the YouTube lingo. Thank you very much, and I'll see you next time. Okay? Okay. See ya.